Hey everyone, welcome to our first episode. Today I'll be painting Mr. Sinister from Marvel Crisis Protocol. He's a villain from the X-Men franchise. The box sounds nice and full, and on the back is his main storyline. So, short version, Sinister's just some weird science guy. Like his powers are always like vaguely explained. Like sometimes he can fly, sometimes he can blast stuff, sometimes he can read minds. He shows up in the shadows. I don't know, man. Like his powers are weird. Creepy guy. Let's grab my tools and start unboxing. My hobby knife, nicely shrink wrapped, and here comes the contents. With the main sprue, we got the cards, character card, tactics cards. Oh, they have really pretty art. They're not very good, they're pretty art. Cardboard tokens, punching them out. Bases. They always give you like a million of these. And the cape. Really good sprue actually for an old model. And look at that face. I like the details. It kind of reminds me of Colossus's model. Instructions. I forgot the older models had these. The newer ones always just have them online. And taking everything out, you always have to do some cleanup. Otherwise, you have a lot of random lines and scratches. Just gotta use your tools and some sandpaper. So if you look at the cowl, or is it a cape? I think it's a cowl. Anyway, it looks cool. Very vampiric. So I gotta clean it up. So I'm doing the same with the other parts. This one's like near the armpit and around the butt. So you really have to clean them up. And you have to add like the lines back and stick them together. I normally just use a local super glue. Try not to get them on your fingers. And push. You don't really have to push really hard. You just have to make sure they're like together. Eventually it sticks. Cutting out some more parts. Wow, that smoke looks really fun to paint. Like you could do some effects on it. Look at the details on that leg. Very clean. So you can really tell the scale of the model. Because like look at how big my fingers are compared to that arm. So a little more sanding and cleaning. Gotta remove those mold lines. Foot, foot, hand, and hand. So I'm taking out the cool smoke effect. And I got the cape bit. So it's a really smart two-part design. Like you put it on top of each other and then you just glue it like that. But it's really hard to paint as is, so I'm gonna be painting that separately. The smoke is still super cool. And I'm just gonna glue it on. So spoiler, I was wondering if the whole thing was going to fit on the base or was I going to have to really push it in? Because it has like a weird angle with the foot and then the other foot. So far, so good, but I felt like it snapped weirdly. It felt okay, but it didn't have that like snap feeling. Like it was a little crooked, and yeah, so I messed up. So now it's not gonna fit because the foot won't touch the ground. So nothing a little cork and some random bits won't fix. Okay, so the random bits didn't help. I have to go with the cork. So cork's actually really easy to work with. I'm just not a very good sculptor. So sometimes I'm afraid my bases might look out of base. And now I'm putting some tacket on the back of the neck since I'm going to paint the cape separately. So I think we're ready to prime. I'm really excited to paint the smoke and the base. So when spraying, always remember to do it in a well ventilated area. Move the can as you spray and shake the can a lot. So it looks pretty good. Like you don't have to be super accurate in this step. The primer's really just to have something your paint can stick onto. And the cape looks good too. You can already see the benefits of cleaning and sanding. Like you don't have any random nubs and lines all over the mini. So looking at like random Mr. Sinister art, there's always a slight bit of variation on him. It's really like how blue it is, how darker it is. So I wanted his costume to be like something like midnight blue, I think, for the inner, and a really good black on the boots, gloves, cape. So I'm going to be using a metallic paint for it, and I'm going to cover it up with some blue to get like the metallic midnight blue effect. So always shake your paint before using it and thin it down. So you just apply it thinly, just like this, and try to get a good coverage as you put it on. Be careful with like newer brushes when using metallics because they always have a tendency to like destroy brushes. Same with this thing. These are contrast paints. They're not like your typical paint. So with that layer done, you can see it like it's a little light. Like it's more bluer than dark. So I kind of want to darken it down. Kind of like the box art. So to do that, we're going to be mixing up this gray contrast paint with some medium. So I don't want to apply the gray paint directly on the model because it's just going to make it look like gray blue. And I like it. Like it's not like exactly like any of our reference photos specifically, but it's definitely like the midnight blue I wanted. It's the shade I want. So now we're going to have to do the black parts. So just using a black paint with good coverage and finished up the black on everything else, even the back. And we're going to be dry brushing some highlights on the black. So I like highlighting black with like a gray blue, and I think it pops well because our inner is the midnight blue. So we highlight the black with some gray blue, and I like it. Like it really looks good on the boots, the cowl, the shoulder pads. And looking at the rest of the model, now we have to do like some red. So we're gonna do the inners. This is actually one of my favorite reds, corn red. You can see that it's a little faded out of the pot because I use it a lot. And speed run. So this is for the gems, this is for the face, this is also for the face, and we're gonna darken it back down with some blue wash. So you can see the full face done. Had to do some of the teeth. I forgot to give you like the colors for it, but most of it's done. Like just the base and the smoke left. So that's the base done. It's a really cool model. Like the blues, the greens, the reds, the whites on the face, even the base itself, like the bronze coils in the bottom. It's really cool. So now all I have to do is add the cape, and when I'm done gluing that, the model's going to be done, and we can do a big reveal. So that was really it for Mr. Sinister. It's a really cool model, lots of cool details, and this was just a quick video. Hope you'll join me in the next one. Bye everyone.